Alright, hey everyone. This is episode 9 of my new Vegas playthrough. This is going to be the first time that I implement edits. Those are going to be in the form of this voiceover, so you're going to get some commentary on the things that are happening that weren't recorded at the time of playing. And then we are going to shorten up some of the spaces where there's not a whole lot happening. I'm not going to cut out parts, but I am going to put it on like double speed or triple speed, just so I can keep the integrity of the actual recording and so I can have all the information for my playthrough.
I decided to settle here to get away from the NCR. Now we'll just take it easy and help out with the Brahmin and Bighorners. Nah. Means I poke through old buildings looking for working tech and such. Some folks just call it salvaging, but never liked the term. Way I see it, salvage means it's broken, near worthless. Me, I look for the good stuff. Guns, chems, spare parts. Good money in it. Nope. Had a pretty good claim once, way out east by the river, but got run off by raiders. Eventually got too old to keep going out. Meat and hide, mostly. Can't put a pack on them. You just lay down until you take it off. Can find a bunch of wild ones high up in the hills, but gotta be careful around them. They can put up a decent fight if cornered. Don't get me wrong, the NCR's got a lot of decent folk in it. It's just that they make you part of them whether you like it or not. Towns like Goodsprings and Primm don't stay independent for long, not if you've got something the NCR wants. Still, the NCR keeps the Legion away. They're slavers, led by a guy named Caesar, or Caesar. Not sure how you're supposed to say it. A couple of years ago, they tried to take over Hoover Dam, but the NCR beat them back. The NCR didn't or couldn't finish the job, though. The Legion's got its strength back and is getting ready for another round at the dam.
So I'm just getting through talking to some of the people in Goodsprings here. I've done this before, but it's been a while since I've been back in town, and I am making sure that there's nothing that I haven't missed now that I've completed a few quests. Talk to Sonny, talk to
anybody who owns the dam,
everyone, and I'm gonna go see if there's any additional items to buy before I leave again.
Hi there. Sticking around Goodsprings for a while longer? Sure. What do you want to know? Around here, mostly coyotes and geckos. The coyotes are pretty dangerous in large packs, but otherwise they're nothing to really worry about. The geckos aren't too tough, but they've got a nasty bite. I've heard about bigger, nastier versions out in the wasteland, but I've never seen them. Stick to the roads when you can, and steer clear of the hills north of Goodsprings. The critters up there are big and poisonous. Southeast of here is Primm. Can't miss it, since it has the giant old roller coaster right in the middle of town. The NCR's got an outpost there. If you follow the road north, you'll eventually hit Sloan and Quarry Junction. They mine rocks or something, but I heard they got troubles lately. I wouldn't head that direction if I were you, though. Got critters up there that don't take kindly to getting shot. The new California Republic. Bunch of settlers and soldiers coming in from the west, fixing on making Nevada their own. They can be right pushy, but the roads are safer because of them, so I tend to let it go. Not that I got a choice. If you want to know anything else, just ask. Until next time.
Thanks again for all your help. I've never stopped here until recently. You're better off asking what... Yeah.
Feeling thirsty? I can take care of that. He's a convict, just without the chains. Said his name was Cobb. Powder gangers is what they call themselves. Plenty more like him out there. Got a special discount for you.
All right, once we finish trading with Trudy, we're going to go outside, and then we're going to start exploring. There's not a whole lot of dialogue. Nothing happens for quite a bit, and we're going to send it into 2 or 3 times speed to get this to the next little checkpoint where I talk to Victor.
Give me a shout if you need anything else. Slavers, killers, and all other kinds of trouble. They dress up like Roman soldiers, so there's no mistaking it when you see them. The rumor is that the Legion is far larger than the NCR lets on, and that it's been due to luck that the Legion hasn't overrun the territory. Be careful out there.
You need to be careful. It's dangerous out here. Heck, I can smell trouble a mile away. I like you, friend. Have I mentioned that? I saved your life, so I kind of feel responsible for you is all. Well, sure you can, friend. But everyone needs a hand from time to time. Maybe you'll return the favor one day. I wouldn't put it exactly like that, friend. I saved your life, so I kind of feel responsible for you is all. Well, happy trails then.
Well, anyway, I'm just gonna keep on. Just kidding. That's just a little bit of foreshadowing for later on. Anyway, I'm going to heed the warning and I'm gonna go search around the area of the graveyard, back where I was originally found. Basically, I just want an easy, fast, maybe a shortcut to my way north so I can get to New Vegas a little faster. Rather than taking the southern way where you go down to Nipton, down around uh, the, I don't know, bottom of the map essentially, then to Novak, and then so on and so on. But all I'm going to be doing right here is looking out, and I will see what I find. So, when I get into the graveyard, I'm going to boost the volume quite a bit. Nothing happens that's loud, but I have heard in some videos that the wind noises and things, you can hear ghost voices. I don't know about you, but definitely spooky, and you can hear it way better with headphones. And it sounds like there are some voices. Maybe. that is my first run-in with the Castors, and I was lucky that they were only young. If you can take a look at my health, I am not doing too hot. I actually got down to the last bar, and I was so lucky that I pulled up my Pip-Boy and chose the anti-venom. Otherwise, that was going to be the end of me, and I do not remember the last time I saved. I would have been sent back quite a while. Yep, this is me in full panic right here, having now learned my lesson. So I am gonna quietly just back up and get out of here. I have a broken limb. I'm pretty sure I'm close to being over encumbered, and this is not the time or place to pick that fight. And I'm still being watched or something. I don't know. My HUD just went crazy for in danger. Anyway, I'm hightailing it back to Goodsprings.
How are you holding up? Don't look like nothing too serious. Let me patch you up. Okay, hold still. How are you holding up? Well, ain't we all, right? That was a long time ago. I don't pay it much mind anymore. Sure. You take care now.
You looking to buy some supplies? Can do. Pleasure doing business with you. Take it easy now. You looking to buy some supplies? Another satisfied customer.
Howdy, partner. I moseyed into town, 10, 15 years ago. Before that, I can't quite seem to recall. Odd. Anyway, it's a right peaceful town, and I reckon it's as fine a place to settle as any. I was out for a stroll that night when I heard the commotion up the old bone orchard. Saw what looked like a bunch of bad eggs, so I laid low. Once they'd run off, I dug you up to see if you were still kicking. Turns out you were, so I hauled you off to the dock right quick. Happy trails!
Alright, here's something that I still haven't really figured out, and I didn't want to just go straight to the internet. This is a wild wasteland thing, and definitely did not get it. There's one that I got earlier that was like the Indiana Jones one. I think there's one that I saw in Nipton that was Star Wars. This one, playing cards, 4 balls. Thought maybe it was like an It reference, like, but that's balloons, not red rubber balls. Anyway, I get some of this. Something else wild happens in a second. I want to get Barton Thorn coming up here. Funny little thing. I'll try to slow it down and see.
Sorry I tricked you, but thanks for clearing out the geckos. Now I can get to that stash up there, after I deal with you. Over here! You like that?
Yeah, and I never found that pistol. I don't know if it was meant to be special. And actually, now that I think about it, I think I go all the way around and then loot his body, and then I think it's on there. But I was never able to find it down there specifically. And so here we are, coming to Primm, getting ready to finish out. I'm going to talk to the NCR, see if there's any new dialogue, and then the video is going to be over. So today we did just a little bit of exploring. It was an uneventful one, except for some of the people that we talked to, but we are going to make a few bits of progress in the next one. So I'll leave it here, and this will roll on for a little bit more, and we'll be done.
Yeah. We were sent out here to hold back the tide of convicts from the correctional facility. As you can probably tell, we aren't doing the kind of job we could be doing. The mission isn't a problem. The problem is with supplies. The convicts are better armed and organized than our intel initially suggested. I'm trying to get some reinforcements here, maybe some guns with some firepower, but shit. Things are just going slow. Not much. They've taken to calling themselves power. They got organized fast. Thankfully, the small group in town here seem to have split off from the main force, so they aren't